Rain fell in silver threads across the dark highway. Headlights cut through the storm like tired eyes searching for something lost. A single mom named Lena was driving home after her late-night shift at the diner. Her 10-year-old son Eli slept quietly in the back seat. They were used to nights like this, long, quiet, and lonely. But that night something changed. Just past a curve, her eyes caught a figure lying on the roadside. A man, soaked, barely moving. She slammed the brakes. The car screeched, tires sliding through puddles. Her heart pounded as she opened the door, cold rain slapping her face. "Sir, can you hear me?" she shouted, kneeling beside him. His military jacket was torn, blood mixing with rainwater. A soldier, unconscious, breathing shallowly. Before I tell you what happened next, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Valley, and tell me where you're watching from. She dragged him closer to her car, trembling with effort. Eli woke up frightened but helped without a word. Together, they laid the man in the back seat. Lena drove fast toward the nearest hospital, 20 miles away. The wipers clicked in rhythm with her heartbeat. She didn't know who he was. She only knew she couldn't leave him behind. At the hospital, doctors rushed him inside. Hours passed in silence. Rain turned to dawn. Finally, a nurse approached. "Ma'am, the man you brought in, he's a decorated soldier. He's been missing for 3 days." Lena sat in disbelief. She looked at Eli, whose small hand held hers tightly. The next morning, the soldier woke. His name was Captain Reed, and his first words were, "You saved me." "I owe you my life," Lena smiled softly. "You don't owe me anything, Captain. I just did what anyone should do." But not everyone would have stopped that night. Days passed. The soldier's injuries healed, but he never forgot the woman who pulled him out of the rain. One evening, he asked the nurse for her address. Weeks later, Lena was back at work, balancing plates and bills, when the door opened, and in walked Captain Reed. But he wasn't alone. Behind him stood 2 officers and a woman in uniform holding a small, framed flag. Every head in the diner turned. Reed walked straight to her counter. His voice trembled slightly. "This is the woman I told you about." Lena froze. "Captain, you didn't have to." He stopped her gently. "No, I did." He handed her an envelope. Inside was a letter and a check, enough to change her and Eli's life forever. The letter read, "For the kindness that asked for nothing, for the courage that came without uniform." The diner grew silent. Tears filled Lena's eyes. "I just did what was right," she whispered. Captain Reed smiled. "That's exactly what heroes say." In the weeks that followed, her story spread through the small town. A single mother who saved a soldier without knowing his name. The diner got busier. Strangers came not just for coffee, but to meet the woman who proved that compassion still existed. But Lena never changed. She still wiped the same tables, smiled the same tired smile, and tucked Eli into bed every night. Only now there was light in her eyes, a quiet proof that goodness once given never disappears. One rainy evening, she looked out the window, remembering that night on the highway. The same rain fell, but now it felt different, softer, almost grateful. Somewhere in the distance, Captain Reed stood under a streetlight, watching from his car before driving away. He didn't knock. He didn't need to. She had already done more than words could ever repay. Kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it kneels in the rain beside a stranger, with trembling hands and a beating heart that refuses to walk away. True heroism isn't in medals or uniforms. It's in moments when love outruns fear. If this story moved you, like, comment, share your Kindness Valley thoughts below, and subscribe for more untold stories.